Hello, how are you all? First off, I want to thank you all for wanting to be a part of our Kids Bash this year. My name is Joshua Banks. I am the owner of Flex for Change, and we put together our Kids Bash and a ton of other events throughout the year. So I appreciate you all for taking the time out of your busy schedules to dedicate to our kids this year. So I truly appreciate it. We're going to get into some information on your specific job description that you will be signing up for this year. It's imperative that whatever job you're put in charge of, that you stay on top of it. We want to provide a safe and fun place for our kids and our parents to interact at, so that they can come again next year and just make it a memorable experience. So it's really up to our volunteers, it's up to our staff to make sure that they have that experience, and that's what we ultimately want to provide. So, like I said, I want to thank you all. Without you all, we wouldn't be able to make this event happen, and it wouldn't be possible. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go into the introduction, give you some information on what we expect out of our volunteers. And then after that, I'm going to go through the specific roles and description of whatever job that you signed up for, and then we should be good. So, as you're watching this, I'm gonna stay on point. I'm gonna be looking down and up, just kind of staying on task with the printout that you will be given for your job description, and I'll go through it and I'll give you more information of things that I feel like you need to know. All right. So volunteer orientation, things that we're going to cover throughout this quick video. So our mission, what we expect, what we want, a volunteer position description, and the breaks that you'll receive throughout the day. Okay. What is our mission? Flex for Change is an organization driven by making legitimate changes in the Hampton Roads Tidewater area through creative and engaging community events designed to teach, inspire, and encourage our youth, and to promote charity and nonprofit organizations that support the 757 and abroad. So, to condense that, pretty much all we do as an organization, we try to meet the needs of what's going on in Hampton Roads. So, our Kids Bash that you all will be working at, we're promoting health and wellness for our kids. We also do an event for autism, for homeless, canned food drive, and tons of other areas. And we just kind of find out, what we want to focus on, what needs more involvement, or whatever the case may be. And we try to really zero in on that and see how we can be of help, be of service. So the Kids Bash is our biggest event, as for the past 2 years, we've become the nation's largest kids fitness event, and that's our claim to fame, and we want to continue to grow it, not just grow it to the Hampton Roads. Next year we're looking to take it out and have this event in the DMV area, whether DC or Maryland. Also maybe making it to where for the first time ever we'll have it a second day this year. So it's a lot of possibilities, but it's all dependent upon this year, how successful this year is going, so we can continue to grow and expand. All right. Volunteer expectations. Uphold standards and behave appropriately as you are a representation of our company. Sometimes I feel like it goes without saying, but everyone should know, anytime you put on Kids Bash, anytime you put on Flex for Change, you are the representation of the company. Someone can get online and say, well, Flex for Change is horrible because it's in that. So please be mindful. We are a family-friendly organization. Always be on the best behavior. Be patient. And just put your best foot forward. You know what I mean? So I would greatly appreciate that. Staying professional at all times, because you're a reflection of us, and we really want to find the best volunteers. And we hope by you watching this video, you truly can care about your community and truly care about representing us in a positive light. So dress appropriately for your assigned areas and tasks. Clothes must be neat, clean, and appropriate for the event. So you probably want to wear some sneakers. You're going to be walking quite a bit, possibly, depending on the position. But I just think it makes sense to wear sneakers so your feet's not hurting, because it's going to be a long day. Jeans are fine. Shorts are fine. I'm recommending blue jeans so everybody can kind of look somewhat congruent. But you can also wear jean shorts and things of that nature as well. We're asking that you wear a white undershirt or just a plain undershirt, so that after the event, when we collect after the event, we will collect the volunteer shirts back from you also. We can recycle, wash, and use them for our other events throughout the year. So make sure you bring a backup shirt so that before you leave, we can get those volunteer shirts back from you. It says clothes must be neat, clean, and appropriate to the event. Just make sure you look presentable. Okay. Commit to your provided schedule and arrive on time to your volunteer assignment. It's imperative that you arrive on time. This event is solely dependent on how well our volunteers are in position and how well they execute. If we're missing a person at our registration table, everything goes awry. Everything's off. So it's important to get there at 10:30 a.m. sharp. We'll have another review, make sure everyone's prepared. We should have a lot of people in the building, a lot of kids, a lot of parents. So we want to make sure everyone is informed about the position, knows the position front and back, and feel knowledgeable. So in order to do that, you got to get there early. Let's see. Review your assignment description and the position requirements. Make sure Miss Melissa, she is the volunteer director. She's going to send you a pamphlet, a printout of your position. And that's actually what I'm looking at now. So you'll be able to follow this as we go along. And I'm probably going to be on the top of your screen somewhere. But you're going to be following this as I'm going over it. And after I give you my personal things that for your job, if you feel like there's anything missing or there's not clarity on certain things, please reach out to us. Please message us because we want you to feel as comfortable as possible going into the event day. Report any incident involving injury to your position supervisor or to your volunteer coordinator. Like I said earlier, we want to provide a safe and fun place for the kids and parents to play. So we're going to have a lot of different activities. We're going to have a lot of bounce houses, things where people are moving. So we want to make sure that it's a safe environment. So we want to make sure if we see something hazardous, we move it out the way. We let someone know. Also, if you see someone injured, go to someone immediately because we will have a nurse on standby at the event. So we want to make sure that they're seen as soon as possible. So, all right. So what we want from the event, we want to provide fun for the kids. That's our first and foremost. We want to make sure they have a great time. In order to make sure they have a great time, everyone has to stay in their selected areas and make sure they're doing their job to the best of their abilities. So we want to have fun for the kids. We want to have a big impact. Being the nation's largest kids fitness event, you don't see anything like that too often come around. So we want to understand our impact and really seize the moment and really make this something that Virginia as a whole can be proud of and can stand behind. Fun volunteer environment. We want to make it fun for you all. You know, we understand that you're taking your time out of your day when you could be doing a ton of other things. You could be going to the pool, whatever the case may be. So we want to make it a fun environment for you so that you want to come back and volunteer with us. So we'll make sure you're going to get adequate breaks. We have it to where it's set up with our food vendors that they know who the volunteers are, and they're going to be giving you discounts as soon as you come. I don't know exactly how each one's going to give how much each one's going to give a discount, but they're going to give you food discount. Also, we'll have it to where pretty much everybody will at least get an hour break. So not only will you get to work the event, you get a chance to enjoy the event as well, interact with the people, maybe get on a few games yourself, get some great food, and then get back to assisting where needed. All right, so now we're going to go right into the job descriptions. All right, here we go. So we're going to get right into it. We're going to go over the job descriptions for the field entrance and exit monitors and the greeters. Okay, so it's important that the greeters know both roles, being that after a certain part of the event, the greeters are actually going to relieve the field entrance and exit monitors. So it's important to pay attention to the whole thing. We're going to assign you a certain role, but you're not just in that role specifically. You're going to maybe bounce around a little bit and relieve another role as well. So, field entrance and exit. Field entrance and exit monitors are integral in protecting the safety of all guests, vendors, staff, and participants at our events. Greeter. The greeter is responsible for making sure all guests feel welcome and are properly greeted upon entering the event. Both of these roles are super important, and I want to highlight all of these. So first, I'm going to go over greeter, and then after that, we'll go over the fill, entrance, and exit monitors as well. Okay, so greeter, the requirements. As attendees arrive inside the venue, welcome them to the event and thank them for being a part of the event. Direct guests to the appropriate check-in table, depending on specific variables, prepaid registrations, last name, team color, etc. Keep registration lines organized in a single file line and maintain obstruction-free walkways. Direct registration traffic, making sure everyone is moving along efficiently and properly distributing the lines for faster service. So how the greeter process is going to look. So we're going to have 3 lines of defense in a sense. Okay, so there's going to be 2 vendors that are going to be outside of the field house, and those are going to be the individuals greeting people as soon as they walk in. Saying, hey, welcome to Kids Bash, just come right on in. You'll go right over to your right. That's where registration is going to be. So the second people are going to be right within the doors. Any questions that people may have, you're just directing them over to the right, hit the lines for registrations this way, and kind of pointing them to where they should be going. Also, making sure as people are coming in, if the lines get too crazy and backing up, making sure everyone's kind of staying out of the way of the walkway so people can still enter and it's not too crazy. Okay. The third set, those individuals are going to be making sure that people are going to the right lines. We're going to have 3 different tables that people are going to be going to, whether Groupon, whether walk-in, whether pre-registration. We're going to make sure that we have hopefully proper signage so that people can see even without being directed. But we want to make sure we have more volunteers there that are helping people see, hey, this is our, what did you do Groupon, whatever the case may be. Okay, that's just getting that line over there and making sure everything's good. Some people don't pay attention to signs, so we want to have people there that are helping people that don't pay attention, okay? So the greeters are very important from that standpoint. We want to make sure as people come in, they feel welcome, they see happy, smiling faces that are excited for a day of excitement for them and their family. So I continue. Greeter. Greeter's position outside of the building will be responsible for making sure all vendors or sponsors are directed around to the side of the building for drop-off and pickup. Through the main entrance, the vendors or sponsors will not come through the main entrance. That's only for our guests. And if you see a vendor or sponsor trying to come through the front doors, direct them to the side of the building. We'll have our vendor correspondents on that side helping them and assisting them offloading their vehicles and setting up their tables. But by the time the event starts, there shouldn't be really any vendors or sponsors already still trying to set up, as they should be getting there early to set up. Okay, after registration concludes, greeters will start focusing on distributing vendor cards and explaining how they work. Greeters will remain available to provide direction and information to guests as needed. There are 3 lines of defense for greeters, like I mentioned previously. Greeters outside of building, entrance of building, others walking around making sure all parents are informed and questions are answered. So pretty much just what I went through. Greeters is pretty much self-explanatory. It's not too much to it outside of you want to make sure that you're aware of where things are taking place. So if people are asking questions throughout the day, hey, where is the color warfare? Where is this and a third? We want to make sure if you get there early, we want everybody there at 10:30. The greeters, we want to walk around, see the different volunteers, see what field is what. Become very familiar with the building so that if someone does ask you, you can answer with confidence and you know the answer to it, okay? Even after this video, you're not going to be an all-knowing greeter or all-knowing whatever position. Don't hesitate to reach out before the event day and let us know. Communicate with us, okay? So, fill, entrance, and exit monitors. We're going to go over these requirements. Ensure no entry to guests, participants prior to the pre-established opening hours of the event unless explicitly approved, whether it's staff, vendors, etc. Ensure children are not entering or exiting the field without adult supervision. In the event a child wants to use a restroom, only a volunteer of the same sex can escort them. Monitors are not permitted to leave their post unless authorized or relieved by another volunteer. Um, so, field entrance and exit monitors are extremely important as we want to ensure the safety of our children at all times. We'll have hundreds of kids there, and parents want to feel comfortable and feel they can trust us with their kids. And in order to ensure that, we want to make sure that at no point there is no adults coming on the field, no matter what. If their child gets hurt, so on and so forth, we'll help them off the field, things of that nature. And this is only for our color war fields. For our toddler fields, I'll talk about that in a second. On our color war fields, which will be ages 7 to 16, is only going to be the team captains, which is one is male and female, in their group of kids. We'll have it positioned to where at every entrance and exit there'll be two field entrance and exit monitors. So say if a child comes off the field and wants to leave, and they're no longer with the team captain, they want to go to the parent. If it's a boy, if it's a boy, the male field entrance and exit monitor can take them. If it's a girl, vice versa, same sex. But it's going to be some people that might not have a male. I'm comfortable with two females being at a post and a female taking a male to the bathroom or whatever case may be. So we're just not going to do male taking a female. We're not going to do that. I don't mind a female taking a boy, and we'll just keep it there, okay? So our field entrance and exit monitors, you're important to make sure that, like I said, everything stays safe. No one's entering the field, and that's that. Now we're also going to have our 2 football fields for our toddlers, and on those fields, we are requiring that parents stay with those children at all times. So there's going to be a parent that has the wristband. Whichever parent has the wristband has to be with that child. There shouldn't be under any circumstance where a child is by themselves on the field, or a child is leaving the field by themselves, or the child is leaving the field with someone that does not have a matching wristband, right? So if someone comes in and says, hey, I'm her dad, you have to say, hey, whoever has a matching wristband for them, they have to come here and leave with them in order for me to allow you to come in or leave. We want to make sure that we're staying on top of that, because there's going to be a lot of people on the field. No one should enter the field without a kid unless accompanied by someone with a wristband. So we want to make sure we're on top of that there. Also, the greeters. Okay, so what we'll do, that's why I said earlier, it's important for the greeters to know both roles, because you'll be giving the field entrance and exit monitors breaks so that they can enjoy the event, get some food and things of that nature. Okay. I think we're down to, yeah, so we're still on field entrance and exit monitors here. Escort children to their guardians should they request, given that the team captain is unavailable to do so. Provide coverage, and if necessary, serve as a barrier for assigned entrance, hallway, location within the event. Ensure the post is monitored and remains a priority. Monitors must remain focused on the task and therefore are only permitted to use their cell phones during breaks or an emergency. Now we're scrolling all the way to the bottom. Field entrance, exit monitor requirements. Monitor the movement of parents and children during the event. Color war fields. If a child needs to use a restroom while the games are taking place, they must be accompanied by volunteers to the bathroom and back. Toddler fields. Parents cannot enter a field without a 2-part identification system. There must always be one parent with a toddler on the field at all times. So pretty much what I just went over kind of earlier. We want to make sure that everyone's staying safe, no one's entering the field, and all of that. So we'll briefly touch on the breaks. As I stated earlier, greeters, you're going to be relieving the field entrance and exit monitors. So sometime after, or pretty much at 2:30, we shouldn't have a lot of people coming in and out of the building. So we'll go from however many greeters, 12 or 10, and we're going to flex that down to just keep 2 greeters. So those greeters will stay there. The other people, you'll be able to go on break. The break will be an hour long. Take time to enjoy the food, as all of our vendors are giving all the volunteers a discount at their specific food spots. So take advantage of that. Also, check out the event. Check out our vendors. Get your face painted. Have fun. So the purpose, of course, is to make sure everyone's having a great time, making sure the kids are having a great time. But why not have a little great time of your own, being that you're coming there and you're going to be there for a good amount of time. So, so that 2:30, after your hour break, you'll come back, and now the greeters are going to relieve the fill, entrance, and exit monitors. So it's important when you're relieving them, letting them know, hey, we're having problems with kids coming in and out here. Just be aware of this, or be aware of this person, so on and so forth. They try whatever. So make sure you're communicating with the people you're relieving. So as these greeters are coming on and taking the spot, whatever you might have learned all the way up until that point, make sure you communicate it to them so they are not blindsided by anything. So the greeters will hold down their specified areas for the next hour, as the original fill, entrance, and exit monitors go on an hour break as well. Live it up, eat some food, enjoy yourself, have a great time. After that hour break, we ask that you come back, return to your post, pick up where you left off. From then on, the greeters will return back to where they started greeting. Now, what they'll probably be doing is just seeing where they might be needed. Like I said, we probably won't need a whole bunch of greeters after the beginning of the event, but we probably might need help in different areas. So your job and responsibility will be just seeing where you're needed, seeing if we can start breaking certain things down and putting things to the back so we can have a smooth transition when it's time for the event to be over at 6. All right, so that's pretty much the whole gist of the greeters and the fill, entrance, and exit monitors. It's important that everyone understands the severity of this event and the severity of the safety. We did before an event, our third kids batch, where we had someone try to come in and take kids. So this is a high level area for people that try to apprehend kids or trying to run off and do crazy stuff. So we want to be on high alert. Every volunteer should be on high alert at all times, and make sure we're securing the safety of our kids and the safety for everybody in the building. So as I close, I personally want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. This day means more to me than any day in the year. To see those smiling faces, to see the families, and all the people that come out and just have an amazing time on behalf of our Flex for Change team, on behalf of our volunteers, it means so much to me. It means so much to me for you to be dedicating your time and seeing so much in me, the business, or whatever you saw, to want to take the time out of your busy schedule to make this happen. We ask that you please continue to share, post, invite something about something in the water that everyone loved. They saw Virginia come together in a huge way and do something that we in the area wouldn't see normally, unless a guy like Pharrell comes and put it together, or some things of that nature. For the last 2 years, we became the nation's largest kids fitness, and it's not by mistake. It's with hard work and dedication. You want any and every child in Virginia to have the chance to experience this event that we're pulling together just for them. We want that same feeling that people have from Something in the Water. When people leave our kids bash, they want to just talk about it the rest of the year, leading into the next year, getting ready for 2020. So that's what we want. We want the best of the best. We want your best foot forward. We want you to share anything you can do to take this event to the next level. I want to say I appreciate you for doing all that you've done so far, but let's take it to that next level and get excited about it. So I'm signing out. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, Joshua Banks, or our volunteer director, Miss Melissa Smith. So hope to see you there. Thank you once again. Have a great one.